Good morning, teams, and welcome to the Business Launch Presentation Refresher. I know that we went through the communications and public speaking workshop earlier in the program. I kind of want to refresh some of those skills and get you ready for the business launch presentation and hone you in on that. So just remember those communication tips, especially the digital ones, because it is a digital presentation. So some of the things you should start thinking about is, where are you going to film this? What's your background going to be? What equipment do you need so you can look straight down the barrel of the camera and film it properly? How do you weave in stories into your presentation? And starting to think about, what are the graphics that you're going to put up on the screen? What are the clothing that you're going to wear so you can dress for success in the way that you present yourselves? What things do you need? So you've got a clear audio feed. You want to keep it really natural, keep it really flowing. So you want to practice it quite a few times and make sure your message hits all the key points as you go through. You do need to storyboard, and your storyboard is due at the end of today. And so you need to go through and plan out what you are going to put into your video, what graphics, what shots you need, how your people are going to stand, what is that going to look like, because we want you to plan ahead. Yes, there's a fair bit of time to actually get your business launch video filmed and run and practiced, but you don't have all the time to plan and prepare and go, oh, I wonder if we could do that and this. So you have to storyboard. So go through shot by shot that you would like to have, design the graphics, just sketch them out. What type of shots you're going to put in there, what notes you're going to put in there, get ready for that. There is a template on the Student Resources website, and you do need to submit that today. You obviously need to start thinking about the prototype that you're going to show in your launch presentation. I'm going to come back to the prototyping is going to be part of it. So what have you done? What have you created? What can you build today for your idea? Can you sketch out how this is going to work? Can you do a 3D walkthrough? Can you give me a bit of a flow chart so I understand how this operates? Can you give me a model that you might be able to hold up in your video? And so this is something to think about. What can you do, not just to prototype and just to build it out and to test it, but also to help convey the information. Teams, you may choose to put some slides in. We've already talked about this before, but again, make sure that they're really appealing and consistent. Understand that people might play them on their mobile phone, so the text needs to be really clear. You want to make sure you've got graphics, photos, maps, diagrams, because then when you explain it in your presentation, it's going to be really easy to understand because you've got these really great photos in there. Don't put long blocks of text up on the screen. And if you've got some good video editing software, you can obviously go through and match that up. But this is what I want to land on, teams, your business launch presentation. I want to remind you of the format or introduce it for those who haven't seen this yet. You have 5 minutes in your video to present your idea for investment and support. 5 minutes is a fair bit of time, but you've also got to be really practiced and refined to hit all of these key points. So, introduction, introduce who you are, what your business is about. Give a really good opening start to your presentation so that we know your team's behind this and who's involved. You need to then introduce your problem with some research. What's your problem frame? Why is this really important? Why is this a thing that we need in the world? You need to then present that. Maybe a story comes through there. Your solution, tell me what your idea is. And the next part underneath that is the demonstration. So you actually recommended times, 90 seconds, to tell me how the idea works, to show it to me, to guide me through it, to help me and the judges understand how this works. So you've got to make sure you've got, what's that explanation? What's the detail that you need to tell the judges so they know all about your idea? And obviously the people who you want to back you. The milestones is next, because once you've pitched your big idea, how your solution works, what's the difference it's going to make, you then need to go, what steps are we going to take to launch this idea? More from the perspective of, you've sold me the big idea, but now I know that I need to test. I know I need to try a few things. I know I need to build this over time. And that's what the key milestones is about. Your target customers, who's going to buy this, what they're going to get out of this, and who are you selling towards? And your current industry is, who else is out there? How do you stand out? Now, a lot of this information you've prepared in other parts, in your business case, on your planning canvas, in your marketing strategy. So it's about pulling the information together and presenting it really clearly. Your financial forecast. You've got about 30 seconds there to talk about how your idea will be financially sustainable. So it's not about going through and basically breaking down your financials in really sort of a big way. Ultimately, what you're doing here is going through and going, this is our business model, this is how it's going to work financially, it will work. And so you need to give the clarity that it will be financially sustainable. How much is it going to cost? How much are you going to sell? How are you going to make money? The support required, the whole business launch presentation is actually getting towards, I need you to back me, I need you to give me some help. So what help do you actually need to start, and what do you give in return? The final thing is your impact and your conclusion. Close by talking about the change that you're going to make, the difference this is going to make in people's lives and in the world, and then the conclusion brings it all home. Teams, you have 5 minutes to run through all of that in terms of your presentation, but you've got to film it, you've got to write it, you've got to do all the graphics, and you've got to get that all together and edit it together. There's a lot of work in this. A lot of the information is already out there in other sections. It just needs to come together in your business launch presentation, and so it's really clear and easy to understand. Good luck, teams. Make sure that you send in your storyboards and get those sorted, and then maybe you can start doing some filming today. Think about how you're going to prepare. What are you going to write? Grab those documents, grab those other things that have already been prepared and refine it so you can pitch it and you can present it. Good luck.